Well, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be doing our Planets Through Ascendant series. And what happens when Sun is in the 11th house in the sign of Virgo for Scorpio Ascendant people. And as in, if you have a Scorpio rising sign, Sun is ruling a particular house, which is your 10th house, sign of Leo, because Sun rules the sign of Leo. But now it's sitting in the 11th house, in the sign of Virgo. So what does all this mean? And this is different from my Planets in Sign, Planets Through House series, because now we're combining the two energies together. And we're also seeing that the planet rules a certain house as well. So we're going to try to learn all these dynamics. And as always, if you do not know where your Sun is placed, all your astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations here. And on Spreadshirt, where the link is in the description, or on my website, you can also get this t-shirt. Now, many more things, hoodies and t-shirt, because this is not just the name, this is not just a brand, this symbolizes our connection to the divine. So let's get started with our Sun in the 11th house video. So what is the 10th house? First of all, the sign that is ruled by the Sun for Scorpio Ascendant people, Leo. See, first of all, 10th house represents your karmas, your full extent of karmas, your actions into the world. It represents your work environment, authorities, government, bosses, co-workers, fame. And at the same time, you have the sign of Leo ruling this house. Leo is all about being the king, being dynamic, creative, assertive. It's all about creative self-expression and children, politics, counseling. And then the Lord of this, which is Sun, is now in the 11th house in the sign of Virgo. Well, 11th house represents large organizations, hopes, wishes, desires, achievements, recognition of words, social welfare, social reform, non-profit organizations, wild animals. And then Virgo obviously represents health, wellness, daily routines, detail orientation, It's about dealing with the daily grind, disputes, but mainly it's all about like health, wellness, and detail to things. So naturally what we see here for Scorpio Ascendant people, that when Sun is in the 11th house, first of all, one will gain position of authority in their life. You absolutely will. Even if you lose that suddenly in your life, depending upon how Sun is your Navamsha or Dasamsha, you will gain. The gain will come to you. Because that is the position of the Sun being second from itself. That I'm here to give you a new position. At the same time, this person is more inclined towards work like human resources work. Being in a managerial position. Dealing with logic, statistics. And these are the folks that, regardless of what industry they're in, even if they're doctors, medical professionals, regardless of where they are, they always want to be in a managerial environment where they can take care of all the mundane details in their life. But what also happens is this person becomes very critical, very much into making things perfect. Like if they become part of a large organization, these are the bosses you probably hate. Because they're nitpicking on everything. Is it right or wrong? Well, you ask the boss, he thinks it's right. You ask an employee, they think it's wrong. This guy is too much. This guy is too OCD. So the right and wrong doesn't matter here. What it matters here is that you are the type of person who goes into an organization and wants to make it like a perfect sculpture. Want to take care of all the details, nitty-gritty details that somebody else might have missed. And most of the time, though, these people are very logical, analytical people. Some people who really want to do the work which kind of no other person wants to do. This also shows that especially through you gaining a higher status in life, your elder sibling's life will flourish. And if, let's say, you have a bad relationship with your elder sibling, when you gain some sort of an authoritative position, when you gain some sort of a recognition, that relationship will improve. Why? Because the 10th Lord is now activating the 11th house by getting a promotion. And because it's second from itself, it's in a position of gains. Gains is something positive. Gains are not negative. So this is one of the reasons why when Sun activates the 11th house, you flourish, your relationship with the elder siblings flourish, your professional network circles flourish. And most of the time, these people like to make friends with people who are more in a authoritative position, industrialist, people who are high up in a position of manager and supervisor and being like a district manager. They like to have that connection up to their level. And because Sun is also the Karaka of father. Authorities. You gain through authorities. You gain through your father. You have a very good relationship with the father with this, obviously, unless you have, let's say, Rahu, Mars sitting in the 9th house, and you're going to have power struggles. But shows that even if you have your power struggles with the father and you hate your father, through the father, you will still attain some sort of your gain of authority if your father is alive. So this is how we understand this position of the Sun. And remember, wherever Sun is placed, that's where this light is in your horoscope. That's where you kind of like just come alive. You are yourself. So for you, things related to social welfare, social reform, large organizations, non-profit organization, all these things become very, very important for you. So this is why it's a very, very important positions for these people. Okay, so guys, this was my analysis of Sun in the 11th house for Scorpio Sun and people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your Sun is placed, all my books, reports, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.